So Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1. It was a must-win game. We must win. We won. I think we're all surprised. I predicted 3-1 loss. Matty predicted 3-1 loss. And I think, Jez, you predicted a draw. so yeah, it always makes it better when we get a win that was unexpected. Some very good performances out there today as well. And we got the win. If we hadn't have won, we would have been finished. But now we're still in the conversation, 2 points behind them. And make sure you sub to Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. Make sure you sub to Matty's channel, Southern Gooner. We're going to rattle through player ratings real quick. Also, I'm going live straight after this. Well, I'll be live as you watch this. In fact, I'll just drop it straight away. But Lee Reacts, I'll be doing the Madrid derby. So come and check that out. That kicks off in 13 minutes. Jez, give us your breakdown, man. What did you see today?
Loved it. Great. I love it when we beat Liverpool. They're our nemesis. And I loved the game. Absolutely loved it. I thought it went too quick for me. That's to be honest. It was like, wow. That first half. Yeah, right. We cocked it a bit at the end, but fair play. That second half, Liverpool didn't really show us too much, and that's what I like to see. And well done to all the players today. Well done, Arteta.
Yeah, Matty, man. Obviously, we were on the watch along. It was a bit frustrating at times. Obviously, the half-time came and made. Well, sorry, I'll rephrase that. We cocked up at half-time and made it 1-1. And then after that, we were thinking, this is inevitable. But it didn't turn out that way, mate.
Yeah, nope. Like I said in my fan cam there, we weathered the storm there coming out of the second half. And we frustrated them, and finally we caught them slipping. And anytime you get a win over on Liverpool, it's always a great day. And we move on to West Ham, but hey, we're going to enjoy today's result. It's not every day you get a nice emphatic 3-1 win over Liverpool. So we're going to take it, and especially on Klopp's last trip to the Emirates. So we see.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, good point.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, mad. Right, let's get straight into it, guys. You know how this works. If you don't like the ratings, cry. I don't care. Neither does Jez, neither does Kenny, Matty even. Kenny's on his way home from the game. Let's go with the goalkeeper, Jez. Would have got mad credit if Saka didn't have a 50p head, because that throw out to Martinelli was crazy. But I've seen a lot of people online blaming him for that goal. But what did you make of his performance, and what do you think of that instance as well?
No, it wasn't his fault. It was just a silly moment from Saliba. Gabriel couldn't do anything about it, so I'm not knocking him either. I'm putting the blame on Saliba for that. I don't think Saliba was good today, but the goalkeeper did a solid performance, and I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.
Let's go to Benjamin White, Matty.
So Ben White this week, for me personally, I think he looked a little bit more on it than he has been the last couple of weeks. He looked like he was up for it, and I guess after this week he had to put in a shift considering what came out Friday. So I guess he was like, I gotta put in some work, otherwise they're gonna really put me through the ringer on social media. So he came out today, did pretty well, and just a solid performance today from him. I didn't see too much that was crazy from him, but he did as I said, a blue collar man's job. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
I agree.
Let's go to Zinchenko. Got hooked at half time. Not sure why. Maybe an injury. But what did you make of his first half?
I thought he was okay. Didn't really do anything out of order. Was solid in there. I hope he's not injured, because we can't afford to have any more injuries. Let's be fair. I'll give him a 6.
Let's go to Saliba, Matty.
Gabriel Saliba had a rough one, man. That first goal, we watched that thing 4 or 5 different times, and I just don't know what was going through his head. He held up the play there for about 2-3 seconds there. It was enough. If he was looking for Ray to come, he never motioned to him. He never mentioned, was telling him there was no communication on his behalf. And it was just a mental lapse that led to that goal. Like as just stated, Gabriel was way too far to even deal with that. He should just basically just kick it on out of bounds and be done with it. But there was a couple of times there, Lee. Let's not forget. I think it was the second half there. He fell down. Was it the second half? He fell down. Was almost in. You know, he was getting turned and tossed around there. So that's, you know, I'm kind of looking like Saliba. We don't, you know, we need you to tighten it up. You know, but other than that, man, outside of that, it was just he's been off this year. It's just, man, I think he's been off this year a little bit. But I'm gonna give him today. I'm gonna give him a 6 today.
Let's go to Gabriel. Scored the own goal. Not that he really knew much about it.
No.
While you're doing that, after that, we're going to go to Jorginho. I've got to answer this. I'll be two seconds there. And then after that, we'll go Declan Rice if I ain't back.
All right. Yeah, it was Gabriel. I can't blame him for that. At the end of the day, he had no chance. Fair play. He tried to react and keep the ball out the net. If it hadn't have gone in, it would have been a pen. It hit his arm out of natural position. So, you know, take it on the chin, move on. I'm not going to blame him at all, Matty, and I'll give him a 7.
Yep. Declan Rice, man of the match today. Absolutely phenomenal play. That was he was moving through that midfield today, Jazz, like a man on a mission. Tackles, breaking up play, getting the ball forward, you know, just moving. Everything that you could ask for from a play. He redeemed himself, because there for a couple of weeks he was struggling there for a couple of weeks, but he was definitely up for the game today. By far, probably one of his best games that he's played for the club since he's been here. And that's all you can add when you sign a player for $100 million. These are the games that you want to get the optimum performance out of it, and this is what you look for. So, yep, $105 million today was on high display. Like I said, one of his best games. And this is something to think about too, Jez. He tends to in our biggest games, he tends to always come through. And that's a good sign that he typically shows up for big games. So, yep, today, 9-star performance, 9 out of 10 for me. Excellent game from Declan Rice.
Yeah, I gave him a 9. My man of the match actually is Jorginho. Best performance I've seen him in an Arsenal shirt. He was solid. He was breaking it all down. He was annoying for Liverpool, and that's what I like to see, man. Because he was causing them dramas. They didn't know what to deal with him, and man of the match for me. And I'll give him a 9. I hear what you're telling me about Rice. It was a tough call between Rice and Jorginho for me. I agree with your rating 9. I'm going Jorginho 9. So you've got Odegaard, mate. You've got Odegaard.
Hey man, Odegaard had a camera in his hand today, so I'm gonna have to give him a 10. On the strength of him having a camera in his hand, so I had to give him I just messing with you. No, he had a fairly decent game today. I just my thing with Odegaard, if he starts doing this, we may have a different discussion. He is several times there, and Leo know what I'm talking about now. He's back. Odegaard gets the ball. He's in scoring position. And then he doubts himself. He turns around and looks for the pass to get himself out of trouble. Look
at the shot he had, mate. He had it deflected off Konate. He went back into the traffic to make the angle even more impossible. Yeah, when he could have just let it roll across his body and whip it with his right foot. That tells me he don't rate himself on his right foot.
Yep. I mean, he had a good pass there. He opened up the create the opening goal. But
the ball to 29 was quality. First time right corner, bang.
And that's all he needs to do. And that goes back to what we talked about during the game. We got to move faster. He's got to learn how to move faster. That midfield, bang, bang, bang. When Declan Rice gets the ball today, you saw the difference. Declan Rice was up the pitch. It was game. It was gone. You know, we got to have more performances like that from him. And we may be having a different discussion. But overall today, had a fairly decent game today. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought it was a good game from him.
Yeah, definitely. Great. Listen, the only thing I'll say, and I know we've got to be quick and appreciate it, I had to answer that call. Yeah. But the thing is, maybe they're being told to play like that because Saka does it as well. And that's who I'm coming to next year. So yeah, let's go Saka, because I know he got his goal. He missed an absolute sitter. He got a goal. I don't think he was amazing today. Yeah. And there was chances where we're on a counter-attack. He's in the box. And then he comes into traffic. The shot that Matty was just mentioning about Odegaard, he's in the box. He could have had a shot. Instead, he lays it off. And it's like, it's a bit frustrating. But listen, hopefully he's all right because he went off injured. But what did you make of his performance, mate?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't think he was ripping up trees today, to be fair. But he thank goodness he was there to get the rebound to score the opening goal, because otherwise it would have been a totally different proposition going in at half time. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. I hope he's not badly injured. We just can't afford that. Sort of faded out, had to go off, but yeah, he, without him there, Lee, Matty, we wouldn't have scored that goal. Question, and 7 for me.
Let's go to the opposite side. Martinelli, Matty. He's never going to get an easier goal than that, is he?
Yeah, no. Martinelli, man, looked rejuvenated. I think we mentioned this a couple weeks ago on player ratings. He comes off the bench. He's a different player. If he gets benched a week, it seems like he sits down, he comes back. It's like he's afraid he's going to lose his spot. He comes back. Was raising pure hell over there on that side where he was at today. Looked like the Martinelli of old, just all over the place, making stuff happen. And hard work, just hard working today. I'm gonna give him a 9. He was really, really good today. Really good today. It looked like the Martinelli that we saw when he first burst onto the scene.
The way he was walking around Trent every time he got the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he smoked him. But he did that
He
the first game
on smoke every game, man.
I was just going to say, every time he plays him, he smokes him. So it was just good to watch him really be in his element today and play the right way.
Let's go to 29, Jez. Like I said in the fan cams, I thought he got better the longer the game went on. I thought the first 70 odd minutes he was trash. Mr. Sitter, Saka scored it. Wasn't really in the game really, and then the last 20 minutes or so he turned into a proper shithouse. Yeah, he was running and getting Kanati sent off, like he was ruffling up Van Dijk, he was throwing the linesman's flag on the floor. I was like, that's what we want to see. We've seen this with Tony Adams, we've seen this with Bold and Keown and all of them lot, like back in the day. Make it hard again. Pause. Hard pause. Yeah, but we need to make Arsenal tough again. Yeah, rather than just this weak flop touch, like easy touch from on the ball. Look how our players just get moved out of the way. Yeah,
you remember
bollocks today.
You remember, Lee, when we was watching it, and I said he needs to toughen up. I guess he heard what I said because
everyone else had the watch along in his ear, bruv.
Yeah.
But what did you make of him, Jez?
I totally agree. I mean, it's sloppy, that first chance he had, and Saka scored it. Should have done a lot better there. I think that just shows lack of confidence in front of goal, personally. You're right. He did become a shithouse, and that's what I want to see from players like that. He's a big guy, and as Kenny said in his fan cam, man, I didn't realise how quick he could be. To be fair, and I'm glad to see it. Hopefully, it'll kick him on a little bit more. I did say to you, I thought there was a player in there somewhere. Haven't quite seen it just yet, but it proved a point today. He played up front. He gave it a go. And maybe it will give him a little bit more confidence. But yeah, fair play to the guy. I'm not going to beat him up too much on it. So the fact he caused some dramas, I'll give him. I'm going to be generous, man. I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I think the first 70 minutes. But anyway, let's get on to substitutes. Let's go with Kivior, Matty.
A surprise entrance because we did not see. We when he came on, we were all what is
we were all calling for Zinchenko to come back.
Yeah, we were like, bring him back. No.
Bring Bell Simpson back.
Yeah. He came on, and I was shocked that he actually managed himself well in a game of this magnitude to come in when he did. I mean, it was he did fairly well. I hate he missed the chance that he had because he had a chance to put the death nail in, and he scuffed that.
Oh, he did, yeah. He had the header, yeah.
But he
again.
Yeah, but he did fairly well there to contain himself and to play within himself, and he did fairly decent. So I'll give him a 6 today.
Yeah, he done all right. I've just looked at the stats as well, so I could get the rest of the subs. Yeah, Liverpool only had 1 shot on target. That's crazy.
Not good.
Yeah,
that shows you how content we really were. But anyway, let's carry on. I am going live 1 minute ago for the watch along as well, people. So if you are watching this, come and join me on Lee Reacts here for the Madrid derby. Other substitutes that came on. Let's go with Trossard. My baller, Jez. My baller. Scored the killer goal. What a goal it was as well. The way he spun Harvey Elliott was a joke.
Oh, man,
and then he had the composure. I don't think it was going on target, so I don't know if it got given as his goal. On this Google search that I've done, it's gone down as his goal, so it must have been on target. But either way, what did you make of him?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, at the time of that substitution, I did sit here saying, well, if this is me, I'd move Martinelli to the middle, where take Havertz off for Trossard, put Trossard out on the left. That's what I would have done as the manager. But no, okay, I'll go with it. It worked. Yeah, it was a quality bit of work from him, and lovely goal. Actually, to nutmeg the goalkeeper is never a good thing at the near post. And Arsenal are getting used to doing this. We did it against Nottingham Forest. So, yeah, decent. And I'm going to give him a 7.
There's probably no point even marking Reece Nelson. He went on long enough and didn't do fuck all anyway. So we won't mark him. You know how this works, guys. Make sure you sub to Jez, Arsenal history and more. Also, make sure you sub to Matty, Southern Gooner. Both links will be in the title if I can squeeze them in. I always try and keep the player ratings titles short so I can get them both in. So make sure you go and show some love to both of them. You know how this works. If you don't like the ratings, we don't care. We're back for the West Ham game. Also, we're going to do a 3-2-1, and then we're both, well, all three of us are going to rate the manager. 3, 2, 1, 9. Oh, look at me being super positive.
Yeah. Well, mate, you're in trouble for that now.
Yeah.
I'm in the mud.
I thought he deserved an 8 because I'll tell you for why. He took down our nemesis Liverpool, and it's his.
His record's been poor against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And fair play to the fellow. I'll give you my respect tonight. And I'm not convinced about his celebration that we just won the championship.
Yeah. I mean,
but, you know,
that was Jose-esque at Old Trafford, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But listen, emotions run wild, man. Listen, if we end up winning the title, we will be three of the happiest men on the planet. I can tell you that for now.
You know what he didn't do today, and this is why I gave him an 8. He didn't get in his own way. You know, typically when we play Liverpool or big massive games, he tends to screw up. He tends to, start tinkering with stuff. You know, he kind of put in, he didn't do any drastic wow, like bringing on Kivio and putting him in midfield. Nothing wow, experimental. He just stayed.
Right, he also put Jorginho in, and we all raised an eyebrow at that, thinking, And listen, he went under the radar. I didn't really notice Jorginho today, and when I don't notice him, he's had a great game. Yeah, very similar to Granit Xhaka. When you don't notice he's on the pitch, he's had a great game, lads. Listen, big up to everyone. Jez, before you go, mate, what you got coming up, man?
Well, I'm not going to be around for a week or maybe, I don't know, 10 days. I've got something coming
Good luck
up
tomorrow as well, mate.
Yeah, good luck, brother.
And I'll be watching all you guys, keeping an eye on you. Make sure you're towing the line as the elder statesman. No, thanks for the love, guys. I'll be fine, and I'll be catching up with you very soon.
Nah, good luck with the op tomorrow, mate. And Matty, always love, man. What you got coming up, bro?
I'm going to watch this Madrid derby as soon as we get off. And other than that, man, just chilling, getting ready for West Ham, bro. Getting ready for West Ham.
Yeah, man. Listen, make sure you come and check me out on the Madrid derby. I'll be live. The game started 5 minutes ago. I need to find out where I'm watching it because I don't think it's on Movistar Plus, which I've signed up to, and it definitely ain't on DAZN. So anyway, we will be there. Big up to everyone who's locked in. We've beat Klopp. He's in the bin. And yeah, man, we're still in a title race, guys. 23 games deep. Happy days. We're out of here. Laters.